Here they come. The youngest drivers here, aged between 9 and 11 years old, being led around by our race 1 winner, the Estonian driver Ken Oscar Algre in kart number 924. Ken Oscar Algre winning the opening race by just 0.03 of a second from number 919 Maximus Meyer, who starts alongside Ken on the front row of the grid. On row number 2, Amaury Mertens, who suffered a penalty in the first race. He will start third in kart number 923, and from Phoenix, Arizona, Diego Larocque will start on the outside of row number 2. Lucas Blomgren Dahl from Sweden in kart number 925, and Sita van Miet in kart number 924 starts on the outside of row 3. It's an all-Dutch fourth row. Bart Pluk in kart 917 and Laurens van Huppen in kart number 913. But in the first race, those two Dutch drivers, Van Huppen came through to finish third. Pluk finished in fourth place. Less than 0.2 of a second separated the top 4 drivers as they crossed the line, and it was, for those of you who weren't watching, a 4-wide finish. On row number 5, Kimi Abraham from Belgium and Theo Thorzelius from Sweden. Kasper Janssen, watch for Kasper in kart number 922, moved all the way up to 6th place in the opening heat with the fastest lap to boot. Kasper there at the back in that Falcon chassis, which is black, white and red, the Swedish driver. And then Louis Hofbeck from Denmark in kart number 911. And so, Ken Oscar Algre on that turquoise blue coloured AIX Racing Energy chassis leads the field on their second rolling lap in grid formation. Maximus Meyer, the Fusion Motorsport driver, on the outside of row 1. He's on the inside of your screen there, but by the time they get to the start finish line, that'll be the outside line. Row number 2, the Cosmic kart number 923, Amaury Mertens, and the blue and white number 915 of the PDB Racing Team driver Diego Larocque. Around turn number 12, and into the tram lines we go, and signalling in the air, lights are out, we are off and racing. The poleman gets the drop on Amaury Mertens, who moves into second place, and Diego Larocque briefly into third as he just held on to that position as they go around turn number 4. So Maximus Meyer from the outside of the front row is the driver that's lost out as they go out towards turn number 5 now on the first of 7 laps, and Larocque makes swift work of Amaury Mertens to move into P2, and as they fan out 3 wide down this long back straight into the Button complex they go. All 12 drivers through safely, with the poleman and race 1 winner Ken Oscar Algre leading the second of the turquoise blue karts, the one with the white stripes on it. That is Diego Larocque right behind him. Then Maximus Meyer side by side for 4th place, and that looks like it could be the number 922 kart they're going through. That's Kasper Janssen picking up place, but the top 3 are clear as we come across to complete lap number 1. Now, will Larocque make his move? Yes, he does. Diego Larocque into top spot, but he leaves the door open for Maximus Meyer. Meyer goes from 3rd to 1st in the space of about 100 yards. Oh, and there's a problem there. And then there's Ken Oscar Algre underneath Diego Larocque. Their wheels just touched coming through turn number 2. And you can see the NASA panel of Algre's kart ripped off as Larocque's kart perches on top of him. The marshals are there, and Oscar Algre is up and out of his kart. Larocque is still sat in, moving around the place. Now, I'm not sure if he's hurt himself or if he is just particularly upset as to that turn of events. But that does mean that Max Meyer has got a huge lead. Yellow flags are waving, waved yellows on the circuit, and that does mean that we go under full course caution. So Maximus Meyer will effectively become the pace car now. You can see him with his hand in the air, and we're obviously watching the karts on circuit. The medical staff are with Diego Larocque, so Diego's friends and family back home that are watching this. Diego is moving around in his kart. He's having a little chat with the medical staff. He's obviously pretty upset at what happened there. As the yellow flag's getting to the wave. So it's Meyer who leads. Then in second place is Laurens van Huppen. Behind Van Huppen, looks like it is Lucas Blomgren-Dahl in kart number 925. With the kind of pink NASA panel on his kart. Sita van Niet runs in fourth place. Then Amaury Mertens in fifth. Louis Hofbeck sixth. Bart Pluk 7th, Casper Janssen 8th, Theo Thorelius is 9th, and Kimi Abraham is 10th. So we're down to 10 runners. We're on lap number 3 out of 7. And just having a little look, Larocque still being tended to there in his kart. The rest of the field go through your screen into turn number 11. You can see one or two drivers just trying to keep their tyres warm, because of course, even though these are the youngest drivers here, 9, 10, 11 years of age, they're always thinking, right, I've got to keep my tyres warm, because when they're not rotating as quickly as... And there's the scene that everyone wants to see. Diego Larocque hopping out of his kart. Tiny little bit of aid, but the medical team now just checking him over, and it looks as though he may have just been winded, and yes, he's walking away, possibly just had the wind knocked out of him, because his kart did vault over the top, and that will obviously jolt everyone around. There he goes, and he'll head back to watch the rest of the race from a marshal post, and it does mean that I would say we are getting set for a restart. And of course, there's the drivers talking earlier just about keeping their tyres warm. They know that when that light goes green and the flags go green, and the start line official is on the start line with the green flag, that they've got to be on it straight away. And cold tyres means that the kart won't handle. When you turn into the corner, the kart will want to understeer wide, and you will lose time, but more importantly, you will lose positions. So it is Meyer, Van Huppen, Blomgren-Dahl, Van Meert, Mertens, Hofbeck, Pluk, Janssen, Thorelius and Abraham, your order. Now Maximus Meyer will slow them down going into turn number 11, and then he will jump on the accelerator just about now, I would say, to try and get the run, although he's slowing them down again. He's bringing him to the line. It's a bunched restart, so Maximus Meyer is under pressure. It's a good restart from Laurens van Huppen to keep the pressure on Meyer, and the number 913 kart of Van Huppen chasing Meyer through turn 2 now, with, it looks like, Lucas Blomgren-Dahl into P3 down towards turn number 5. Now on to the long back straight. Meyer having to look over his shoulder. There's the move. Van Huppen looks to the inside of Max Meyer and makes that move going through turn 6, the button complex. Meyer slips back to second. The black and white Falcon kart of Sweden's Lucas Blomgren-Dahl runs in third place. Number 925. The 10-year-old from Gothenburg having a good drive here, but it's Van Huppen in kart number 913, the WJS. It's the Wim Ekman's run team, I believe. Kart of leading the race, although Meyer gets the move done going through the final corner now. Meyer defends. We start lap number 6 out of 7. Through turn number 2. Behind the top 3. Sita van Meert and Bart Pluk are still there. Then a gap back to Casper Janssen in 6. So the top 5, nose to tail virtually. Meyer leads, but he's going to have eyes in the back of his head. He cuts to the inside to defend against Van Hoppen, and Van Hoppen dives at the inside, going into turn number 6, makes the move. Laurens Van Hoppen back into top spot, and now it's Lucas Blom-Grendal wheel to wheel with Sita van Meert for 3rd place, or is that Bart Pluk in the second of the CRGs coming through? I think that is the CRG of Pluk. Yes, it is. Blom-Grendal in 4th place, and there in the number 912 kart, the P1 Racing machine of 11-year-old Sita van Meert. This is Sita's favourite circuit, and on to the final lap. Meyer defends to the inside from the 2 CRGs of Van Huppen and Pluk. The 2 Dutchmen now closing in on the Spaniard coming through turn number 2. What can they do? They'll wait till the back straight, but Meyer will have to defend down that back straight and then hope that he doesn't slow himself and push himself offline going into the button complex. Down the back straight we go. Meyer checks over his shoulder. He moves across. Right on his wheel tracks is Van Huppen. Pluk there as well. Now watch Bart Pluk. Pluk will try and take a wide line into turn number 8 now. He swings out a little bit wide to try and cut underneath his countryman and Meyer, but he can't. Meyer defends into turn number 9. Now Meyer leaves the door open. There goes Van Hoppen. Can Van Hoppen get the kart slowed down? Yes, he can. Through turn 10. Meyer will try the switchback move, I'm sure, into the final corner, but he can't, because there goes Bart Pluk looking up the inside. Here we come to the line. It's going to be another drag race. It's Van Hoppen from Meyer. Checkered flag out. Van Hoppen wins. Meyer second. Third for Pluk. Sita van Meert takes 4th. Casper Janssen on the final lap with the fastest lap of the race finishes in 5th position at the expense of Louis Hufbeck. Then Amaury Mertens in 8th. Theo Thorzelius in 9th. And Kimi Abraham in 10th position. But Laurens Van Huppen takes the win there by a whisker. Max Meyer having to make do with 2nd place again. So, there's the by 600ths of a second this time. Maximus Meyer falls short, so he's finished 2nd in 2 races, and his overall margin of defeat, when you combine the 2 races, is less than 1/10 of a second. He's kind of thinking, what have I got to do to win one of these things? And there is Ken Oscar Algre wandering across. Now we'll see the recovery vehicle come onto the track for the first time today. The recovery vehicle will plonk itself, well, the 2 carts will be plonked onto the back of that. Diego Larocque is in another marshal post with his crash helmet off, having a watch and a look around, so he is okay.